Chapter 17. Beelzebub. Beelzebub wakes up with a splitting headache. "Don't try to move, dear." He palms over his face, groaning deeply. "You need not move so much." "Mother," he groans, opening his eyes. "Yes, I'm here. Remington has seen to your wounds. You need to rest." She stands and helps him sit up. "Would you like some tea? Perhaps a cookie, chocolate, a donut?" "Give him some room, dear. You'll suffocate him." Lucifer enters with Halster behind him, carrying a tray, and setting it on the table beside the bed. "Thank you, Halster. That will be all." "Majesties," he says, and looks at Beelzebub. "Highness." Beelzebub waits until Halster is out of the room. "We have to find Nergal." "Can you summon him back?" Lucifer asks. Beelzebub pulls the sleeve up on his arm and closes his eyes. The fly tattoo brightens, but nothing happens. "I'm calling, but he isn't responding." "He's simply ignoring it," Lucifer sighs. "No, Father." Lucifer turns to meet his eyes. "I'm sending, but it's not like he's not listening. Nothing is coming back to me." Beelzebub touches his head and groans a bit. "It's like he's not there." "Has he been destroyed?" Lucifer asks him. "I don't know. How long have I been unconscious?" He looks up at his mother. "Ugh, my head." Lilith reaches out and touches his face. "A few days. Levi has been beside himself." "Is he okay?" Beelzebub frowns. "Yes, but he needed time to think, so he's left for the evening." She smiles. "Asmodeus is on the throne in your place currently, seeing to things." Beelzebub nods and leans back. "He just... Nergal, I mean." He clutched his head. "He dropped these seeds and they started to grow, and I tried to stop him, but he wouldn't listen to my orders." "Then what happened?" "The vines were so thick. After a few seconds, I lost sight of him before I became completely entangled." "And where was Death in all this?" Lucifer comes to sit on the bed. "He was right there at the start, and then he left. Maybe he chased Nergal. I don't know." Beelzebub fishes in his pocket and pulls out a pocket watch. "Nergal wanted this to go to his daughter, Quilla." Lucifer takes the timepiece and turns it over in his hand. "We'll see that it makes its way home," he insists. "Have Remington look at her child," Beelzebub says softly. "Why?" Lilith asks. "She keeps losing her children in early years. If she's lost her father..." Lilith looks at Lucifer, and Beelzebub notes their faces. "I don't usually ask for things." "I'll see to it personally," Lilith says with a smile. "We'll make sure the child is cared for." "If Death shows up..." "I'll handle it," Lucifer nods. "I want to be there. I want to hear what Death has to say," Beelzebub says. "If he destroyed Nergal, we need to let heaven know that." "All right, I'll send Death a summons." Lucifer pats his arm and stands. "Come, my love, dinner." Lilith stands, but leans over and kisses Beelzebub's forehead. "Remington will be in soon, and we'll have Halster bring in some supper for you. We love you, Beelz." "Thank you, Mother. I love you too." She's the only one he says it to, because it is true. He does love them. They have always cared for him. Lucifer and Lilith leave him in his bed. He lays his head back a moment before turning to look at the tray Halster brought. The tray contains tea, coffee, cookies, donuts, and a manila envelope. He shifts up and reaches for the envelope and turns it over. There is no postage, just his name, written beautifully, on the outside of the envelope. He knows the handwriting. He reaches up and tears it open, dumping the contents onto his lap. His silver cigarette case and lighter fall out. He chuckles and looks inside the envelope before reaching in. No note. "Thanks, handsome," he says little else, but saves the envelope aside. He opens the case, pulls out a cigarette, puts it to his mouth, and lights it by taking in a long draw. He blows the smoke out of his nose and smiles brightly. 5 years, he murmurs. Reaching the bedside drawer, he pulls it open, pulls out a small schedule, and removes the pen from the spine before opening it. 1989, he says softly. We have had to wait longer before, I suppose. He makes a note in the year, on the day, and writes Paris. He folds it shut and drops it back in the drawer. He grabs a doughnut and lays back, looking up, wondering if Michael is looking down.